Thank you very much. Hi, everyone. I am so pleased to be here with you in this event and, ask you to make a donation for Puerto Rico's Red Cross. Follow our Bit.ly element that's there. My topic today is fostering global citizenship in the classroom. And this resonated with me based on this event that we are having. This event was really truly very amazing, very inspiring, and very motivating. And it made me reflect on what am I doing in my classroom to ensure that my students can see themselves on a global platform to become global citizens. Dr. Patrick Blessinger and Inakshi Sengupta, they have articles where they talk of globalization requires us to foster global citizens. And this sent me to the dictionary. What is global citizenship? And I did what any of us would do: go to the dictionary, and UNESCO defines it as having a sense of belonging to a broader community and common humanity. Lovely language, lovely words, lovely sentiments. The reality of it, though, is how are we doing that in our classroom? How are we demonstrating interdependency? How are we demonstrating interconnectedness? And as teachers, what resources do we have to be able to facilitate this? Is this really as big as it seems, or is it simple? This event in particular demonstrated to me really and truly what could be done. One of the things that Dr. Blessinger talks about, he says, is that for us as educators, we need to understand what it means to be socially responsible. A socially responsible institution, be it in our classrooms or where we work, and our role in civil society. Well, I understood that I am a member of civil society, and you too. Anyone listening here, that's who we are. We are civil society. And this event, ELT Day for Puerto Rico, is civil society taking action. And this is what occurred with us. Pretty much in activating my personal global citizenship in this, my first step was I volunteered with a group of professionals. I raised my hand and I said, yes, I'd like to participate. Um, they're not things that are involved like salary or stuff like that. It was about meeting like minded individuals who had a vision and a framework for a better place. And that's where I was at. Step two, someone made a suggestion. It was a really great idea. How can we help? What if we come up with conferences? And the third step, multiple volunteers from around. We have like 65 participants in our group, and people were like, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do that. I volunteer to do this. Um, we had challenging time zones. We were in different countries. We have different jobs, different demands, different, some are in classes. There's so many reasons why it would not have occurred. Yet we said yes, we committed to it, and everyone continued to go forward. And in that critical step, Derek Sivers from TED Talk said something about it takes one follower to turn a lone nut into a leader. So we had one person who came up with an idea, and then we all rushed into following through onto it. And here we are participating in this amazing 24-hour sessions to raise funds for Puerto Rico's Red Cross. ELT Day for Puerto Rico was born. And as was mentioned before by Henrik in the beginning of all of this, if you didn't see it, he said our next step is leaving a legacy. Processes are to be documented and then shared for those who would like to follow suit. Now, if I take this and I take it into my classroom, as a teacher, I'm standing before my students and I'm saying, hey guys, what can we do? What ideas do you have? What kind of ideas can you bring to fore? And these are some links that you can see of simple ideas that went global, simple ideas that turned into global activities and inspired people around the world. Rita's quilt, you can go to Google, you can look at it. It was a young woman who found a person's quilt. She found drawings and she found maps to a large quilt for the United States. And then she put it out in a group. She belonged to a group and she decided to ask if anyone wanted to help her with it. And then different people who were members of the group came together. And then physically they met in one place and they did an entire sewing. It was incredible to see how people poured into that from a simple idea of quilting, not something you would think of like a major change in politics, etc. Window farming. Britta Riley is an amazing speaker on window farming. When she spoke at TED Talk and she was talking, she worked with NASA and they looked at aquaponics, drip formats to be able to cultivate plants in very in circumstances that are challenging. Right now, today, 2020, in Finland, Greenland, during winter seasons, people who are window farming of aficionados, they can literally grow fresh vegetables from hanging in their windows. They've commercially developed products, etc. But it started with one person belonging to a group sharing an idea, and then crowd sharing started. They would share ideas. Technology has been facilitating our ability to communicate. As teachers in the classroom, we need to become digitally literate. We need to explore more options, and then we can join two groups, and then we can expose our students to these groups. The Me Too movement, another amazing thing where the solidarity and the social justice of people are now listening to the voice of victims of rape. Victims of rape have have hidden. They've felt obscured. They've felt that they were unseen. And the Me Too movement has become a global movement with women coming out and saying, "Me too." Not just women, men as well. People are talking about a topic that was seems to have been taboo for a very long time. Social entrepreneurship, Toms. One guy travels to Argentina. He sees young children having problems because they don't have shoes, comes up with an idea. Hey, if you buy a pair of our shoes, we'll donate a pair of our shoes. Again, it becomes a global phenomenon. Even in our own TESOL practice, um, I met Patrice Palmer through, she was doing a segment on entrepreneurs, and she set out to do a challenge to meet 100 entrepreneurs around the world, creates a new network, and allows people to come together, try new things. This is activating our global citizenship, joining joining things that are we are passionate about. Because when you're passionate about something, it's easy to work. It's not work, really and truly. All the things that we did, joining our talents. We had great organizers of documents. We had great graphic artists. We had people who were adding, who were great on spreadsheets. We had so many different talents and working extraordinary hours to get things done. It didn't seem like work because we just felt like we were inspired to do something for our fellow citizens in Puerto Rico. On my slides, there is the where you can go and make a donation to Red Cross Puerto Rico, and this way to be able to help our fellow citizens. And based on the success of what this is, we hope that it can become something that can transfer and be done with another focus. So, really and truly, identify learning opportunities in social justice is one way to get our students involved. There are so many. You've got cultural diversity, linguistics, religious, ecological biodiversity. As a teacher, what are you passionate about? Define your passion, and then you can take that into the classroom. And then you can extract your students from their little corner of the world and place them, open the doors to a global platform. That in itself will start us developing that sense of framework of what it is to become global citizens. And again, technology is our ally. And we can ask for help. You join groups, you help, we teach, and this is what happens to us. ELT Day for Puerto Rico. So I was born in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm married and living in Honduras, and I'm studying in England. I'm doing my master's in England right now. Am I a global citizen? Um, and I'm in several networks. So, you know, just say yes. Say yes, and please donate to ELT for Puerto Rico. Thank you very much.